Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Hump Day. It's Wednesday, November 16th. Hope you guys have a wonderful day here. We do got a number of items here on Economic Report today, so we'll start off with retail sales. Last month, or October, grew 0.3%, was the initial reading. However, it did get revised down 0.1%. Forecast is considering a decline of 0.3% for November, and it dropped much worse than that. Declined by 1.1%. So, not great news right there, unfortunately. So let's move on down. We got the market manufacturing PMI. So anything above 50 on these indexes are considered growth or optimism or expansion. We had a 56.7 in the month of November. Forecast gone for 55.7. However, it slightly dipped, not as bad as the forecast, but it did drop slightly to 56.5. The services sector, this is the same people market services PMI. This one came in and back in November at 58.4. It was expected to drop to 55.9, and it dropped much further at 55.3. Now, of course, this is pretty much the sector that got probably hit the hardest in terms of the renewed renewed lockdowns. So the services industry is kind of taking more brunt of that, and that's probably what's driving this one. We also got the NAHB Housing Market Index. This is the confidence level for home builders. We had back in the month of November 90. Forecast is supposed to dip a little bit to 88, and it dipped much further at 86. So still very good number here. It was something we'll keep our eyes on as see what the home builders think. If it's high, that means they're gonna probably be looking to increase their new home sales and stuff. And obviously if it drops, you'll probably see that scale back a bit. But right now, new home sales have been through the roof lately. We also got business inventories for the month of October, and so in September it was initially at 0.7% increase. However, it was revised slightly higher to a increase of 0.8%. Now, forecast gone for 0.7%, and it came in right at expectation at 0.7%. Now, later today, about 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 2 o'clock East, we'll have the Fed give their announcement and their rate decision after the two-day meeting of the FOMC. It's currently at an 8%, and it's forecast confidence. So the big thing with the FOMC, this could definitely move the markets. It is dependent on what they're really looking for. They're not really looking for a whole lot of change in the language. However, they are looking for any change in the asset purchasing program. So they're looking at see if they're going to increase it, lower it, because they're doing now a weighted average. So they're looking for those would be the key words today if there's any changes in those. So to go ahead in a second here. If they abstain from it, that means bonds probably take a little bit of a beating. If they increase it, then that would help out mortgage-backed securities a bit, especially in light of which we'll touch on here on the headline news in 1 second. Oops, sorry about that. Stimulus. Stocks are mixed right now. Dow is only indexed in the negative territory currently. But as I was just simply saying, anything when you get a greater supply of treasuries out there to create the stimulus, to be able to pay for the stimulus, that's going to hurt bonds. So the counter could be is that the Fed could be purchasing those additional yields and stuff. So that could help us out with the supply and demand issues. So hopefully we can see something along that line. But stimulus is something that, again, being brought up again, and I'm hearing now it could be back around the $900 billion range. May not do the local municipalities, but it may include money going to the homes of people. So we'll have to wait and see what transpires, as we've been hearing a lot of different information. So until we actually get something, I haven't really paid much. Me personally, I haven't paid much attention to it until we've actually see agreement between the two parties. But this is something that there looks like it could be coming into. They're feeling very optimistic about this. So let's jump ahead here to the mortgage-backed securities, see what mortgage rates are doing today. We are down a bit. We're down currently 8 basis points. We were testing the 50-day moving average. But we did fall below the 25-day moving average. As you see here, we got these wicks, which translate we were at higher range here, and we are also in the lower range here. So we did start off lower. As you can see, this is where we started. Currently, we're down about 8 basis points from where we left off yesterday. So with yesterday's decline and today's continued loss, most lenders will come out with a little worse pricing as a result of that. So let's see how yields are doing. Yields are up a little bit. As you see, we're way up here, almost to almost 0.96 range here, but currently we're at just under 0.93 at 0.925 right now. And we'll have to see how yields, as we mentioned, any talk about stimulus is going to drive yields higher, and hopefully we'll get some good news from the Fed later today as well. So as a result, mortgage rates currently are a little bit higher today, but that could worsen or it could hopefully improve a little bit depending on what comes out later today with regards to what the Fed does and what the Congress does with the stimulus package. So keep that in mind. So be prepared for some volatility later in the day here. If you guys are in the process of looking for any refinance or purchasing, please feel free to reach out. Best way to reach me is direct message me through the site you're seeing this from. I appreciate you guys. I am a loan officer. I do work as with a national lender, so we can help you out pretty much everywhere around. We can help you with your rate improvements if you guys are just simply wanting to do a rate and term refinance, or if you guys are looking to take some money out of the property. If you guys are needing to buy and need to get the pre-approval, so we can get you pre-approval and help you finance that property once you get an offer accepted. We have a lot of different strategies we can share with you guys, so please feel free to reach out and let's talk. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.